So I was just looking for a place to call my own. It was myself and my dog Ray-Ban. So we were really excited to, find a place that we could truly call our own. I think it's just really important, at the end of a hard day to come home and just feel really settled and happy, and just really continue growing in it as well. I feel like from the time that I moved in up to this point, I'm still growing within my house, and I love it. This is the Lilac, and I love the open floor plan. That was the very first thing when I walked in and just saw that the kitchen moved right into the living room and the dining room. I mean, that's what I always wanted in a house. I love that it's bright and it really has all the features that I was looking for, again, in a house that I wasn't finding before I came across Berks. So I think just, again, everything flows in the open floor plan, and I can talk to people that are here in the family room when I'm in the kitchen, and then just other little things like the tray ceiling in the master bedroom, love that. When I was looking for resale homes in the area, constantly going into homes and realizing, oh, this needs to be remodeled or this needs to be fixed. And then when I came across Berks and saw that I didn't have to do anything, and it literally had all the amenities. I mean, I had a list of like 5 things that were must-haves, and this checked everything. So just knowing that I was coming into a home that I didn't have to do anything to, that's when it was a no-brainer for me. The selections were already chosen for me, and this particular unit, as soon as I walked in, I knew this was the unit I wanted. I like the white cabinets, the floor is beautiful, the picture windows, it had everything that I always envisioned in a house. So even everything upstairs, the master bathroom and the guest bathroom, I give a lot of credit to the designers because they truly, they're very good at their job, they know what they're doing. And it just made it so easy that I didn't have to think about, oh, I'm gonna have to change out those cabinets or paint it that color. It felt like everything that I wanted to do without me having to do the work. So the design team is really awesome. Working with Berks in particular, and anybody that's looking for a new home, I just encourage them to, ask questions and really trust the process. That was big for me. Anytime I might have had a concern, even though this was kind of a quick delivery home, any concerns I had, I asked the question and I was reassured by the sales team or the project manager. And with custom homes, it's really cool because you can customize it, right? People that are looking at homes and maybe are not finding things that they want. And that's what's beautiful about new construction is you can kind of cater it to your style. I think my favorite thing is just when friends and family come over, because even though they've been over here several times, every time they walk in, they're just super excited to be here. And a lot of my friends are like, oh, like we want a Berks home like this. I mean, it has everything that I really love in my style. And I still remember the first day after closing when I came back, by myself and unlocked the front door for the first time. It was just very empowering and a really good, accomplishment and milestone for myself. And I think about that very moment quite frequently. I think the word home means to me a place to come back to at the end of the day that you truly love and feel comfortable in, and a place where I know that I can continue growing and welcome friends and family into it, and we can really honestly grow together. And I love just knowing that at the end of the day.